Hello and welcome back to the second part of today's reading, and a warm welcome to those of you who have skipped the first part and are just coming into the second part. You will know within your own personal resonating as to where you need to be at and where you need to be watching to perhaps get messages that your soul wishes to have confirmation on what you already know. So let us continue with the first card. And this is, again, another card that we had from yesterday. This has been a message that's been carrying on for the whole week, because I have been instructed to use the same cards from Monday through to Friday, and it's an ongoing message for the energies of the week. It will overflow into the weekend and will possibly resonate from beyond this time. The time is right whenever you come to this reading, and just take what you need from it. If it's not resonating, it's not for you. It's messages for the collective. So either come back another time to see that it resonates with you, because time is very fluid, or it just may be messages that need to come through for somebody who is more desperate, is the word they're using, in order to be able to find an answer or confirmation to where they're at within their own personal journey. This is not a personal reading, this is a collective energy with readings that may or may not resonate with you. And we are, accept what is. I accept and embrace my inner majesty. And what is happening today is Venus is stationed ready to go into retrograde, and we are looking at your inner majesty. We are in a time where we will be going back over what we have walked. Where have you given your power away? Where have you not loved yourself to the fullest point of who you are? Where have you not actually loved Mother Earth? You are in her body, and it is important to embrace your inner majesty with Mother Earth. And again, this can be as simple as having a pot plant that you can caress the leaves, or you can go outside and stand on her earth, her mantle, not on tarmac or anything similar. It needs to be Mother Earth herself, and connect. And also tree hugging is what they are saying, is another way to actually link to her wise old souls that are on the planet, many of which we have destroyed in our greed of what in the materialism, which now has come to a turning point that we need to accept what we have destroyed within Mother Earth. As a collective, we are all responsible, and we need to be able to own up to what we have done, what is not good, and just simply allow it to go. You don't beat yourself up about it, it just is. It was just part of the collective where you were hoodwinked over many, many lifetimes to give your power to those who did not have Mother Earth's best interest at heart. And let us continue. And this is very much in the theme of love. Today is a powerful message of love of you. It is imperative that you love yourself and not look to people outside yourself to love you. If you come to an experience where you're totally balanced and you both love yourself equally, then you are in a committed, balanced relationship. Purity. The white rose stands for purity. Be pure with your love of you. Love your soul, love your inner child. Your future is in your hands. It's up to you to honour the love of your soul, your inner child, and your earthly body and Mother Earth. And we are looking here at cherishing self. I accept and love myself. And it's vitally important to celebrate yourself. You don't need to have other people walk with you to celebrate yourself. Many of you are alone and maybe single. That is fine. That is fine. But you have a duality of your soul love and your earthly love. And celebrate the fact that you are finding the power of love. And this energy, love, being in love, is not the understanding that the dark world that we have travelled through presses in on us through the TV ads and the bombardment of what one needs to do, this false love. They have twisted love around, and it's become absolutely twisted and ugly in the outer world. And the first step to love is finding the love within, the love of your soul. And you need to find the love of your soul. And then the next step is to find the love of your inner child. And then the final step is the love of Mother Earth. This is the love that we are talking about, the energy of love. And many of you have had your heart centers shut. There is a whole education going into the hollowness of what sits within your heart center and the retrieval of your star dust, the star power, the gold that you truly are. And in your cherishing, you honour what you put into your body. Only put in the best that your body calls for. They are saying you delight it with beautiful surprises of what nature brings to you. And this could be as simple as a bird singing and maybe a walk and a connection with a tree outside, or literally standing and looking out at the world and connecting with the setting of the sun is another gift that you can give yourself. And you're looking at duality of yourself. Your love can then reflect into Mother Earth. But first, you need to love yourself before you can love anybody else outside of yourself. And in the loving of yourself, Mother Earth will also automatically be loved, because you are providing the right sustenance, the upliftment, the joy. And it's the joy of loving which you need to now experience, the stepping out of the joy and the pleasure of celebrating. Celebrate with your inner child. Make your child happy. Take your inner child for a walk or do something creative. Dance, listen to music. Breathe in the air around you and just honour the simplicity, the simple things of life. Cherish them and celebrate them is the energies for today. It is important to take time out to celebrate the finding of your true soul, because you are going to go on a journey with the retrograde to see what you used to accept in your life, but you no longer accept, and it will make your love more powerful by not getting attached to any of the old, but just seeing how far you have come. And what a beautiful, beautiful soul you are. And we need beautiful souls at the moment, is what Spirit is saying to say. We need you to shine your light for the collective, because you are leaders of the collective here on earth. This is what you chose to do, and you are in the forefront of standing strong and letting go of everything that no longer serves you. And we are going back to this here messages, and this one has a heart on the back, and Spirit is saying that they are sending you a message of love. This is the collective, this is Source sending you a letter of love to you. Accept it and embrace it and celebrate. And let us carry on to the next pair, see where this is going. And here, on this particular card, healing the past. I step into my future with strength and clarity. And at the threshold of the station, Mercury stationing, and about to go back into your past. This is a time for healing, the letting go. No attachments. What do you need to let go of? What old contracts that are rising up that you now need to address, where you have signed your power away? Check in with your inner child and your soul as to what contracts you have overlooked, and you can burn them. You can mentally tear them up within your mind, and even do a little celebrating journey of just lighting a candle and burning the essence. And please, they're saying, make sure it's a plant candle and not one with toxins in order to be able to release what you have carried as baggage. Is no longer needed. What have you been led into? What society constraints have you been led into? Let them all go. They don't serve you anymore. And by going back, and then Mercury will then, not Mercury, sorry, that's of the mind. Although we have Mercury that's going to be in the mix shortly, or as part of what's going on. The healing energies here is, oh yes, the Mercury they're saying is actually, what I was supposed to speak out on Mercury, is the mind, the monkey mind, the ego mind. And we need to disconnect from the fear of the ego, the monkey mind that's leading us blindly down the wrong alley. And until we have completely healed the fact that we are led down the wrong pathway, you will get much strength and clarity as to where you do need to go forward. Just let it go. Don't beat yourself up. Celebrate. That is a better energy, to be in love and to celebrate the healing of your past. Find your strength within love and clarity also. And we'll continue on this card here. And this card is one that has not resonated with me, and I'll explain why. because the receiving from the angels is still an energy of the fallen angels. They themselves, and there are some beautiful beings that occupy this energy. We are actually looking at the imbalance of the dark with the light, the fallen angels versus the ones that are holier than thou. And they are on an important mission to balance themselves. They need to also balance themselves with the love. And often we follow angels. I have done in the past, and I realise that they themselves are not of a vibration that's high enough to bring me the balance of where we are. Yes, we get loving messages, but they are not at the vibration that you are quite capable of reaching. And you will find a time, as I have done, where the angels acknowledge you, but accept that your power, your vibration has actually risen above the angels that are on this earth, which came into being with the Anunnaki and the whole of the ensnaring of humanity through Atlantis and Lemuria. So love them for what they have done, and for being there for when you have been desperate, but also the dark side has fed your ego mind. You no longer have your ego mind, so you need no longer feel the totally out of balance of angels, giving your power to angels, because they too are needing to balance. You are balanced, and once you're balanced, you can step away from any energy that is no longer out of balance. Understand the balancing energy of where this is at. And by going into the past, it enables you to rise above. Your soul is more powerful than any angel that you are or have become aware of. It is time. They have brought you to this point in time. They just are. And it is now the time to walk alone, and you step into the power. You have all the answers from your soul, from your inner child, from yourself. And you do not need to give your power away to any spirit that is not in alignment with your soul and your soul journey. We will carry on to the next level, stepping into stillness. Now this is interesting, because this particular card we've already had, and as I was shuffling the cards right at the start of this day, this one flew out. And it's now returned. We need to speak about this. I'm just going to take a sip of water, excuse me. Stepping into stillness, my power is born in the majesty of silence, which again aligns with this card here. I accept and embrace my inner majesty. And Spirit is talking of your magnificence that you have dimmed through the course of time, through the millennia, many millennias. in order to be able to fit in with what has been. This is no longer required of you. In fact, it's imperative that you find your inner majesty. And this means silence, going within. And dream times are very, very powerful at the moment. Although you may not remember, your soul is anchored into you and working for the greatness in a partnership as a one. These beings are also going into power of their own majesty. And they are great people. But they are not you. They are themselves, and they need to find their own power of what is. And we are linking into the Venus energies of pure love. Anything that does not resonate with your own pure love and accepting your own inner majesty is out of alignment. You will need to go back in order to be able to rework where you have given your power away to find the truth of you and going forward. And the people at the time may have had your best interests at heart, but they themselves were also linked into this very heavy journey that we've had on Earth. The Piscean Age, as many will call it. And the whole of the Piscean Age has been dark, very dark. But we have done our time, and we are now spending this time, especially for those who experience this lockdown or this change that's going on. And it's absolutely perfect, divine timing for you to find who you are and to celebrate what you have come through, what you are going to go on to. Okay, they are getting ready now to move on to the last of the cards. And I'll put the rest of the pack away. That's no longer needed for today. Letting go. I surrender joyously to the ebbing and flowing of life. And the ebbing and flowing is the planets that are going forward and then into retrograde. And as the currents go into the retrograde, it is good just to let go what you have done, what no longer serves you, and to move into the future. And they're also talking, because we have the two fish, and the Piscean age has been about the fishes. And we as people have tried to go with what we thought was the flow. But I have also been told that in order for a fish to stay alive, it needs to fight against the currents. This is the currents of the collective, and we are surrendering to our heart, not to get sucked in and to die with what has been, but to let it go and to stand strong in our moving forward. The ebbing and flowing of life. There is a time to release. They're almost aligning it to the death of your ego, the death of your old way of giving your power away and not standing into the fullness of who you are. You do not need anybody to show you the way. You have all the answers. Yes, you can listen and you may pick up messages, because that's how spirit works, by the voice of another person or many other forms, which I am being told that you are well capable and able to understand through music, through art, or just a message that you hear or see. But at the end of the day, you need to understand the love of you and that you are source. You are a part of the collective of source. And I cannot emphasize that enough, having personally left this computerized life game that we are in, this matrix, and I've actually stood within my soul, within source. And you are more powerful than ever you can possibly know. And this is what you need to... They're talking about mining within the debris of what has been, healing the past, and coming across the gem of who you are. And they're actually showing me the film of The Hobbit, when the dwarves in the Lonely Mountain, the finding of the heart of the mountain, and to dig deep. And you are about to go into a time where you can start to dig deep and mine your true essence of who you are, the heartbeat of you. You are a mountain. Go within. Find who you truly are. And we're going to continue with the Divine Connection cards and see where this is going to take you. Ooh, that one certainly wanted to come out. Do we require any more? It seems we have 3. Right, okay, we will take those cards there. And we will start with this first one. Goals. It's time for you to take your goals off the back burner. Go after them. We're talking a forward action. Look at your goals. Where have you gone off track? What are your goals? Are they your own goals, or are they the goals of somebody who wants to empower them with their own dreams? You need to find you. And in your finding of you and your true power, not fitting in with society, there you will find your goal, your reason for being. And you need to stand firm to ensure that you can now go after your goal, but this time embracing the love of Venus and allow it to flow out into all your actions as you flow with life again. And the next one, we are looking at communicate. Communicate with others more freely. Speak up. You have a right to be heard. And this is about communicating with others, but this time you are standing firm and communicating purely from your heart. Do not communicate if it does not resonate with you. If it's old, let it go. You are now stepping out to communicate, celebrate who you are. Call in others and say, I have risen to a much more pure understanding of my goals through love, proper love, true love, love of your soul. And in your communication, your words will vibrate from what you have actually let go in order to be able to be recognized. They're using the word to be recognized. People will recognize that you are firm, standing firm, very focused on your goals, in your gift that they too can now embrace. And there's one more card to go. Passion. Passion isn't confined to sexual energy. Life is meant to be felt. Don't hold back. And this is the difference between the old form of love, which is what the outer world, society, with all their misleading advertising, taking your power of your love into this perfect partnership or set of partnerships outside of yourself. That is not the love that we are talking about. This is your inner passion. To feel it, to celebrate being you through your goals and communicating with the outer world. They're actually saying that that is the messages for today. And I will leave that for you to ponder on. It may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, that is fine. Leave it alone. It is not for you. This is collective. There are many other people that will come to this when the time is right. And this is not linear time. This is when they're saying we're all on a different journey and all different stages. And so people will come across this when Spirit wants them to hear a message. And it may be just one word, or it may be greater than that. But with my blessings, I am gifting to you my ability to allow Spirit in its purity to speak through to me, and I feel humbly grateful for you for watching my videos. So may your heart star shine brightly until we meet again. Bye.